Hello, fellow Mario makers of Super Mario Maker 2. I'm Mystery Man Bro, the mysterious of the men, of the men bro, the manly mysterious man bros. All right, for this Mario Maker 2 level design video, I'm gonna be doing why you should make courses in Super Mario Bros. 1. I'm not going to restart because this is even, I swear to God, if it's not even every single video. Okay. I've had the, still not even. Make yourself even. Okay. There we go. Beautiful. Nice and perky. All right. So, why you should make courses in Super Mario Bros. 1. Let's get into it right now. First off, we should be in Super Mario Bros. 1. Just gonna get in there. I have 3 things in mind for why you should make courses in Super Mario Bros. 1. Let's just get the most obvious one out of the way. Let's journey down into this pipe real quick, and you might be able to understand what I'm gonna be talking about first. The first thing in Super Mario Bros. 1 that really gives it its appeal is the power-ups. There is many exclusive power-ups, like this one that just got added, the Master Sword. Many levels can be based around the Master Sword. A whole genre of levels is probably based around the Master Sword right now. You can probably search it up everywhere, just Master Sword levels up the kazoo. As you can see, Link can do stuff with the sword that you normally couldn't do in any other game mode. Sorry. If I can hit it, there we go. He has a block. He has that dash attack, like so. And he has, if you press up and the attack button, he has a bomb he can make things blow up with. Alright. That's pretty much it, but yeah, it's really interesting. He is a lot of just gimmicks waiting to be used for their own levels, and you can finally make Zelda dungeons that actually have Link in it. What if I said Zelda there? Kinda almost did. Alright. Moving on. This other one, yes, this is also in Super Mario Bros. 3, but you have a lot less movement in SMB1, so the boot really comes in handy. You can jump out of the boot to reach heights you can't otherwise with anything else. It also is, you can jump on things you normally wouldn't be able to, and you can do things outside of the boot for some contraptions of sorts. So let's just get the, Alright, I guess not. I'll just pick something else. Next power-up is the Super Ball Flower, I guess? I think so. And it has this little pellet ball thing you shoot out. Like so. Very nice, very cool. And you can hit that P-switch up there. I think the P-switch might actually be the only thing you can hit like that, but you can definitely hit a P-switch. And finally, last power-up, the Mega Shroom. The Mega Shroom used to be an amiibo, but now you get it for free. And it creates this little, it doesn't have the filter anymore, but it makes enemies appear differently, and you're kind of overpowered. It's like the power-up in Super Mario Bros. DS. I guess that would just be New Super Mario Bros. Though, right? So you can hit this. Apparently you can. That's funny. And you can just whip level. Easy peasy. Bada bada boom. So, numero uno. Them power-ups though. Them power-ups are very nice. They can just countless levels you can make just with the power-ups, and also you can spice up pretty traditional levels with those power-ups. and have like a traditional design. But once you go into that power up, it's like you're breaking the game, much like the propeller shroom in New Super Wii. That's kind of how it was, just like a little power fantasy. You can use some of those power ups like that. I guess not the Goomba shoe. That's a pretty simple one. But the other ones, yeah, pretty much. And the Link costume is a thing all on its own. And if I had to guess, they're probably going to add quite a bit more in the future of the different 8-bit characters for costumes. But no guarantee on that. But I promise you, in the future, if the game keeps doing as well as it is, that will probably happen. I want to move on to my second point, but first, I'm going to introduce this spring over here. I wanted it so the player goes up the spring, jumps over there, and has to use the spring to get on top of this second ledge, and you can't jump right here because Mario can only jump 6 blocks at the highest, and this is 6 blocks tall. So you have to use the spring to get over it. Now, if we switch to New Soup U, give it a little bit. Yes, the spring can still be used, but if the player decides to try and do this other thing, they can just do a wall jump, and now the spring is pointless. So this brings me to my second reason why you should make levels in SMB1, because of how easy it is to make your levels cheese proof, and how making less freedom for the player makes your level design more tighter. It's a lot easier to design a level when you can't fly across the screen. And what's even worse, more on the cheese side, is they could abuse any other mechanic like this, and you can just beat the level and without having to do anything else. So that's a pretty simple example, but you see it more than you would think you would see it. It could be a big problem for you trying to make this extravagant level, and someone who knows how to carry an item through a wall jump can just skip whatever you have in store in this sub area. And maybe you were gonna introduce some more things with the spring, but now it doesn't even matter because the spring was never even used if they choose to wall jump up and go down the pipe as well. So it's very easy to make your levels nice and tight. There's literally no other way. It's just as simple as that. Mario can't jump past 6 blocks, so the only way he can progress is through here. But you could see all the different ways that you could in New Soup U to essentially break the level and go about it any way that you can please. And as you can see, you can't get over this pipe either. So you can't break into the end of the level and just complete it in like 3 seconds. So power-ups and easy design for less cheese. And as when I refer to cheese, it's probably I probably missed my chance to elaborate on that. Cheese is any point where a player does something unintended that skips something or gives them an advantage that makes things easier than it should be. Like if you had like this part was open and you were on Yoshi and there was a key on the other side and you didn't know you could lick the key and get the key and go to the door when maybe you were supposed to go down the pipe, go through the pipe and get the key. that could be an example of boundary breaking, I guess. I guess it'd be segment breaking. I think there's a better term for that, already established term that I'm just not remembering. But yeah, you could tell that there's a lot less to abuse here. It's very simple, and it really works with the design if you're also designing very simple. So you can make a lot more traditional levels, and it works a lot better if you make it stupidly plain and simple like I did with the first video of this. But my third reason, I did mention 3. I think I did. Well, I had 3 reasons. This is my final reason. It is flippin' Super Mario Bro.s 1. You can't go wrong with Super Mario Bro.s 1. Just look at it. Just look at the charm. Look at the simple 8-bit graphics that you just can't go wrong with it. It's just so simple, so nice. The iconic imagery is just, you can make probably what 10% of the human population knows at least by just looking at it, and just nostalgia, I guess. But yeah, essentially that is my third reason, nostalgia. And you could say that any other mode here has that, but come on, it is the OG. It is the birth of the platforming genre, pretty much. I guess you could say Mario Bros. Without the Super, and I guess you could say Donkey Kong, which had Mario in it, could have been the birth of the platforming. It was definitely the birth of the series, but still, the platforming in Super Mario Bros. Was definitely very off the block. I think that's the phrase I can use there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So just, if you want to look over all this stuff, there's a lot of things you can pick and choose for levels. Most things act the same as they do in every other theme in the first 4. There are some things that are different, like Bowser. Bowser's a lot more simple. I think most of this, you can't pick up items, of course, which is a very big change. Keeps things very stationary, limits freedom once again. And I think all of this is pretty much unchanged. If you want to see how you get those power-ups, you get the Super Ball by going through the Fire Flower, but also Super Ball, you have to beat a segment in story mode. I don't remember exactly where you get it, but it's also part of the fun of getting it. It's not that well hidden, but if you're trying to complete the game, or you don't want to complete the game because you don't think there's any reason to, for the story mode at least, because completing story mode is actually kind of fun, except like the very end of it, but that's like the very, very end. This is a good reason to go do it. I'm not going to tell you where. I kind of have an idea of what you do to get it, but it's been half a year. But part of the fun is finding it on your own. So there is that. Now for there's the big mushroom, and there is the Goomba Shoe. Oh, funny, I thought it was Mega Mushroom, or I didn't think it was Big Mushroom. Alright. Strangely, the Master Sword is on the Super Mushroom. It took me quite a while to find it, but that is indeed where it is. And that's pretty much all I have for this video. So, thank you for watching for those who did. And tune in for more level design. I guess you could say it's discussion. It's just some opinions, just throwing some stuff out there of what I think. And yeah, some 3 hefty humongo, kind of smacks, kind of smoking hot reasons why you should make Super Mario Bros. 1 courses. I mean, there is a lot more reason to make it in this style than there was in the original, but still, it's just like, well, actually, I guess there's less because the mystery costumes are gone. Huh, mystery. Why'd you take those out, Nintendo? Those are actually kind of cool. Why'd you do that? There's no reason to play Endless anymore because I can't have anything to grind for. Thank you, Nintendo. Anyway, yeah, that's Super Mario Bros. 1 is a very fun game mode, game style, I think. I don't know the terminology, but I do know about Mario design, and it is a very fun style to design in. And I said it's limiting, but you have to keep in mind how much freedom you have in other game modes compared to this one. So it's limiting compared to the other ones, but it doesn't mean that it's just like very stiff, very linear. You can make, I think Metroidvania levels would be very good in this one. It's very point to point. There's not a lot of multiple items that do multiple things here. It's you can't carry items back and forth though, so that does complicate things, but it is the only game mode you can make Zelda dungeons in. So keep that in mind. And with that, this video is over. I don't know how I got the same length here. I probably took too long in some parts. Criticism is always welcome. Please, please, please comment down below if you have any gripes, complaints, or praises for what I'm trying to do in these videos, because I do mess up quite often. So, how was the commentary this time? Was it still kind of bad? I don't know. I think I'm getting better at it. Maybe not. Who knows? And if you like the video, you could leave a like. Once again, if you like the video, you can leave a comment. And once again, if you like the video, you could subscribe for more to see the next video. How about that? I got it down. Got the old YouTuber formula. Yeehaw. See ya, boys and goyles, lads and laddies. Alright. Why do I drag it out so much?